Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to have a fresh conversation today on some of the emerging issues that we have in our country. And it is from these emerging issues that we are able to have a broad conversation, probably on what we can do to alleviate most of the challenges we have and to learn so that we are more prepared. So there has been so many strikes in schools, and most students have been banning schools, and I've been curious. I've been following it keenly to unravel some of the things that needs to be brought to our attention. So today I want us to understand some of the key stakeholders that need to be brought on board to alleviate this problem of of the schools being burnt down by students. So with me, I'll discuss some of the people that are involved, not directly, but indirectly, in the strikes and how they can be involved to arrest this issue. The first group, or the first party in this case, are the students. The students are to be involved, or are involved in the whole process, right? Because they are the ones who plan, they are the ones who encourage others to be involved in the burning of schools. They are the ones who carry out the arson. So they are the key participants in this case. So they are involved in the unrest that we have, right? So to alleviate this problem, this party, that is the students, they need to be addressed. They need to be brought on board to be part of the solution to this problem. Number two, we have the parents or the guardians, right? So the parents are the owners of these children. Parents shape behavior. They discipline these children. They impart values, and they are there for emotional support when these children need one. So therefore, why am I blaming partly to the parents? It is because some of the parents have failed to be supportive to their children. They have failed to monitor their children's behavior, right? They have failed to monitor the peers of these children. They have failed to teach respect to property and to people. The parents have failed to teach proper ways of resolving conflicts. Okay? So if parents have failed to do their solemn duty of guiding their children, right? What do you expect from these children who don't get this information from their parents? They'll continue burning schools. So however much we are making noise on why there is an increase of unrest in schools, parents need to be brought on board. As parents, we need to monitor our children. We need to be very careful to identify signs of distress. We need to identify signs of aggression and any signs of misconduct among our children. Failure to which our children now go an extra mile of banning schools. And we continue complaining that this problem needs to be arrested by teachers. It is all of us to be brought on board, right? So I'll discuss all of us who are supposed to be brought on board so that each one takes responsibility. Another party that needs to be brought on board to fix this problem is the school administration. The school administration involves the principal or the head teacher. We have the deputy head teachers. We have the heads of different departments. We have the boarding masters or boarding mistress, teachers. That is part of what the administration entails. Those who have responsibilities in the administering of various responsibilities within the school. Now, why am I saying that these children need, the school administration needs to be brought on board? It is because they are the ones who are responsible for creating a safe environment for these children, right? They are supposed to be supportive. They are supposed to be careful in order to make the learning environment conducive for these learners, right? They should listen to the students' grievances so that these grievances don't escalate to the higher heights, right? They are supposed to ensure fair disciplinary procedures as far as arresting the behaviors, that is bad behaviors of these children is concerned, right? They are supposed to provide counseling and a proper conflict resolution mechanisms, right? That is the role of the administration. So the administration needs to play this role properly so that we can alleviate this menace of banning schools. All right? Now, another point that the school administration needs to consider is to maintain adequate security measures within the school, ensure proper safety of the children in terms of the gates are closed. There is someone who is manning the opening and the closing of the gate to ensure nobody comes into the school without the awareness of the watchman or the security personnel, right? So that is the role of the school. If the school fails, if the school administration fails to perform with this role, there is a high likelihood that we will be seeing a lot of unrest in schools, right? Another party that I think needs to be brought on board is the teachers. You see, teachers are always into contact with these students every time, yeah, daily actually, right? So they can often detect any warning signs. If the students are complaining, they are at a better position to know and inform the principal, the deputy principal, because from 8 to 4 these students are always with their teachers in various lessons. So the teachers can be able to identify signs of fatigue, signs of distress among these students. Right? So if teachers assume that that is the role of the deputy principal, that's the role of the principal to see whatever the students are showing, then it is wrong, because we need to work as a team. All right? So teachers are supposed to build positive relationships with the students. They are supposed to identify students experiencing emotional, psychological, or behavioral challenges, and report these concerns to relevant officers. Right? And as teachers, they are supposed to report and help resolve conflicts among these students before it escalates to higher points. All right? So that is probably the role of the teachers. If they fail to play their parts, then the likelihood of escalation of unrest in schools is likely to go high. So at the end of this presentation, all the stakeholders need to take responsibility, own up the mistake, correct the mistake, and move on, so that we can alleviate the unrest in schools. Actually, most schools have been burnt down. A lot of financial implications have been seen. A lot of destruction of properties have been seen. So we can own up this problem, all of us, all the stakeholders, come together, reason, and see how we can probably reduce this unrest in schools. Another party that I think should be brought on board to play a part in reducing the burning of schools is the government and the education authorities. Remember, the education ministries and the local authorities influence various policies. They influence resources to these schools, like the funding, right? And they do oversight to see whether the funding has been directed to the various destinations they're supposed to go, like building of classes, equipping the labs, employing teachers, ensuring there is equal distribution of textbooks, there is enough staff, right? That's the role of the government and the education authorities. Now, what are their responsibilities? Funding, guidance and counseling services. It's the role of the government to fund, or rather, make sure the offices of guidance and counseling are properly functioning, right? The role of the government and the other education stakeholders is to ensure there is adequate security and infrastructure within the school. So if there is no security and there is inadequate infrastructure within the school, it can make the students feel uncomfortable. Therefore, chances of burning their school or other properties within the school to communicate to us that there is something that is not working is likely to be high, right? The government is likely to develop policies that promote the standards of welfare among these students, right? So the welfare of these students needs to be focused at. Then it needs to be given the first priority so that these students feel part and parcel of the stakeholders in matters of school performance. Okay? So another role that the government needs to do is to monitor schools with recurring unrest. So if the school monitors, if the government monitors some schools that have unrest that are recurring every time, every now and again, specific schools are being burnt down. The government needs to come in and see what could be the problem. Is it the administration? Is it the parents? Is it the board of management? Is it the PTA, that is Parents Teachers Association platform? Who is to be blamed? So the government needs to come in to see and do an investigation to see what could be the problem of schools being banned in a recurrent aspect. Another stakeholder that we need to bring on board is the community and the society. So the community or the society influences attitudes and behavior to these students. Remember, before the students come to school, they belong to communities, they belong to societies. So these societies shape their behavior and attitudes before they come to school. So if the society does not play its role as it's supposed to be, it means students will be lacking some attributes, some aspects. So therefore, when they come to school, they're likely to ban their school because the society has failed to equip them with some requisite skills, knowledge, attitudes, values from home before even they come to school. So at the end of this presentation, I want to tell you that all the stakeholders that have been mentioned need to come together, put their heads together, take their personal responsibilities that they are supposed to take, and probably alleviate the unrest in schools. So it's not one party that we should blame. It's not only students that will be blamed for the banning of schools, not only teachers, not the administration, not the government, but all the stakeholders that I'm going to mention here. So another issue that the society or the community needs to impart to these students before they go to school is they should promote respect for the education and public property. So the values imparted to these students or to these children before they go to school should be respect to property and respect to life. Those are some of the values that are termed from the community level. The community also should empower some of the programs that are geared towards promoting the youth, right? They also should help identify and address social problems affecting these students while at home. There could be a problem like loitering of students. There could be some activities being done within the community that affects these students. Do you know an example? Like alcohol is being brewed everywhere within the community. There is a lot of carelessness in terms of morals. People are abusing each other. People are talking to each other the way they want. Yeah, there is no values being inculcated to these learners, right? So the society also needs to play this part in ensuring that these students get the requisite knowledge to take to school in as a result lessen or alleviate this problem of banning schools. Another stakeholder that needs to be brought on board is the school board of management or and the sponsors. They have a duty to ensure proper management and accountability of the activities within the school. Remember, the board of management is in charge of running the school on behalf of the government, because the government cannot run all the schools because there are so many. So various boards of management within specific schools are in charge of the school administration. They run the programs of the school, right? So they should provide oversight of school leadership. If the students are complaining of the principal or the deputy principal or some of the teachers, then the board of management need to come in to ensure there is oversight, there is scrutiny of the processes within the school, right? So that these learners are able to be taken care of. The board of management plus the sponsors, they need to address persistent complaints and governance failures. If they have been brought on board by the students, then the board of management needs to listen to these learners and bring an end to this kind of challenge. All right, and also they should support preventive programs and student welfare activities. So they should empower the welfare activities of these learners, failure to which the students will be complaining, then the school administration if it fails to listen to them, the students now will proceed to ganging up to wanting to ban the school, so that at least their views or their grievances can be attended to. So I have discussed various stakeholders that if it is to be blamed, those are the people to be blamed. So no single person or no single entity or no single group that needs to be blamed for the unrest of schools. It is all the stakeholders that I've discussed. So for us to bring this problem or this challenge to a standstill, all these stakeholders I've mentioned needs to be brought on board, and each one needs to play their role effectively, so that we have proper communication between these groups, proper boundaries, proper guidance, and everything will go smoothly. Right? I know the government is doing something to oversee what is happening in our schools, because we cannot be having strikes in schools every time and again. We need to find out what is happening and get rid of this notion of banning schools in order to communicate some things. All right? There are some schools that have never banned, they've never been banned down by their students. Then we need to benchmark from them what is happening. How are they running their affairs different from these ones that are banning their school? Right? Could it be the school principal, the deputy, the administration in general? Could it be that they are doing the right job? Could it be like the board of management is so clear, so disciplined in oversighting whatever that is happening within the school? Could it be that they are doing their role as it's supposed to be? Could it be like parents are so keen on the progress of their students? Could it be that the students are taken care of by the administration? The teachers know how to handle these learners? Those are some of the things that we need to have a conversation about, so that we can learn from each other. School A can learn from school B, if school B, of course, is doing the right thing. Right? So I've discussed the stakeholders that needs to be brought on board if we need to bring to the end this banning of schools. So keep on following my YouTube channel so that you can be able to be informed of the current issues, and probably how we can handle these challenges to make sure that our society, our communities, our schools are okay. All right? So you can subscribe, comment, share to someone, so that together we can gang up and teach our people on what needs to be done to make our country, our nation, a better place to be. Next time, I'll discuss on the common contributing factors to the unrest in schools. So now I'll give a general view. I'll give a list of factors that needs to be looked into. Not blaming now someone else, but I'll give the factors that needs to be looked into that are resulting to the unrest in schools. Then, of course, I'll give now, in a separate video, I'll give proposed solutions. What can be done to alleviate these challenges that I could have enumerated earlier on. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos. You can also click the notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, you get a notification and you're able to watch and get informed. Right? This is Wisdom Volcano Hub. That's the name of my YouTube channel. You can share. You can help me promote this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, even more than that, so that I can get motivated to continue teaching some of the issues that needs to be brought to our attention in order to arrest some of the challenges we have in our community. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being stand still and following this conversation. I hope it helped you. I hope it will help someone else who will be watching. It will help the parents, students, the stakeholders, the government, and other stakeholders to bring their heads together to alleviate this problem once and for all. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I love you. Keep on following my YouTube channel so that we can be able to be together always. Thank you for your time. See you next time.